Hello, we're back again, and today we're going to be taking advantage of the last season's lemons by making lemon curd. Now, this is my version of a lemon curd, and stay till the end of the video because we're going to be putting this on something else that's going to be delicious. So, without further ado, let's go. All right, so before we begin, I'm gonna just give you a quick rundown on the ingredients list. So we're gonna need fresh lemons. Trust me, freshness counts. Don't use the store-bought lemon juice. We're gonna be needing 1 cup of maple syrup, about half a cup of butter. This is grass-fed butter, makes a difference. We're using vanilla bean paste instead of extract. Trust me, you wanna use the paste. And we're gonna be using 6 organic free-range eggs. The quality of your ingredients do matter for every dish you're making. Just remember that. All right, so let's begin. We're gonna just start by moving some of this stuff to the side. And actually, we're gonna put this butter in the fridge because we're gonna want it cold when we use it. So first things first, apparently I like saying first things first a lot. We're going to get some lemon zest. Now you're just going to get yourself a microplane and just zest your whole lemon. For this size recipe, roughly 2 tablespoons of lemon zest. Now we're going to do 4 tablespoons of lemon zest today because I'm going to reserve 2 tablespoons for the recipe that we're going to be making later on in the video. All right, so now we have our lemon zest all zested up. We're just going to put this on a plate and set this aside while we juice our lemons. All right, we're gonna get these bad boys cut in half. Now, you gotta definitely zest them before you cut them and juice them. Otherwise, you could probably still zest them afterwards, but it's gonna be really challenging and really difficult. So you might as well just make things easy on yourself and just zest them beforehand. So I got this little fancy like doodah thing here. It separates the seeds. This is where you juice them and it collects the juice in here. Now, lemons are definitely one of my favorite fruits. Actually, when I was a kid, I used to eat lemons with salt all the time. My mom would get mad at me. She'd say, "You're gonna ruin the enamel on your teeth." Never stopped me though, and my teeth seem to be doing just fine. Sometimes, even as an adult, I still eat lemons with salt. They're just so good. And let me show you this too, because a lot of you at home might not have like a little like juicer type device like this. So another way to do it is just get a fork, a little strainer. Just stick your fork in there and just squeeze it around the fork. And that'll pretty much do just the same thing. Me, I have this thing, so I'm gonna finish the rest of them with this. All right, now just to make sure I have all the pulp out, I'm just gonna run it through a final strainer. For our recipe, this is more juice than we need, but that's all right, because I kind of want some lemon water. All right, so I'm gonna make a little lemon water with the rest of this real quick. I love lemon juice. And lemon juice is really good for your health, especially when it's fresh squeezed. So I'm gonna take a little lemon shot. Oh yeah, that'll wake you up. Whew. All right, now that we just took a shot of lemon juice and are feeling wide awake, now we're gonna get our eggs. So 2 of them, we're just gonna crack right in the bowl. I have 3 bowls to separate them out. This is the bowl we're gonna be making our lemon curd in. This is just for the garbage stuff. So 2 whole eggs, and then the other 4, we're going to separate out the whites from the yolks. Now that our eggs are all separated out, we're going to add our other ingredients to the bowl. And we're going to start by adding 1 teaspoon of vanilla bean paste, because I like vanilla bean paste. And then we're going to add half of our lemon zest, about 2 tablespoons to our bowl. We're going to save the rest of this for the other recipe that we're going to make later on. We're going to add a cup of lemon juice, fresh squeezed. And then we're also going to add a cup of maple syrup, as I like to call it, that liquid gold, you know what I'm saying? Add that liquid gold right to our bowl. And we're just going to give this a nice whisk to combine it all together. All right, now that we have this all nice and combined, we're going to bring it over to the stove and we're going to do a double boiler action. So in a medium sauce pot, I have just about 1 inch of water that's at a low simmer. And we're just going to put this bowl right on top of that. And we're going to continually whisk it until our liquid gets thick. Let's go. We're just going to put our metal bowl right on top, and we're just going to start whisking. Do it gently, nice and gently. You do not want to incorporate too much extra air into the process. You just want to do is make sure that the eggs don't turn into scrambled eggs. That's also called curdling. This medium heat, about anywhere from 5 to 9 minutes. We'll see how long this one takes. Now this is almost done. It's taken about, like I said, 5 minutes so far, and I haven't really stopped stirring it. You can tell when it's done when you get a spoon and it coats the back of the spoon. That's called nappe. It's pretty much there. Now I like mine a little bit thicker, so I'm just going to keep it on for 1 extra minute, but I am going to kill the heat. All right, that's perfect. Now be very careful because your bowl's really hot, so grab something to keep your hands safe. So now that our lemon curd's off the heat and nice and thick, we're going to get that butter that we had earlier, and we're going to cut it in little slices. Oh, definitely use unsalted butter for this recipe. And with our lemon curd off the heat, we're just going to gently whisk in the butter until it's all gone. I like doing this off the heat because it helps cool down our lemon curd. We're going to let this sit in the fridge until it sets up. Probably about 30 minutes in the fridge. We're going to get our other recipe going for what we're going to put this on top of. Now, this is a step that you don't necessarily have to take, but I like to do this step because I feel like it gives me a creamier product at the end. Let's get a little mesh strainer in your container that you're going to cool it in the fridge in, and just little by little put it in there. Get yourself a spatula and just push that lemon curd right through. And what this is going to do is this just is going to get rid of any of those lumps or clumps in the off chance that our eggs did kind of scramble a little. So it's just better for the texture overall. This is also going to get rid of all that zest that we put in the beginning. We only wanted the zest for the flavor. I really don't like the texture of the excess zest in my lemon curd itself. All right, so this is what we're gonna be putting our lemon curd on. It's gonna be some blue corn pancakes. Now, blue corn is something that is very popular in New Mexico, so I figured, why not make some blue corn pancakes for the video today? So that's what we're doing. So really simple to make. We're gonna get about a cup of unbleached all-purpose flour, organic, and then we're going to get 1/3 of a cup of blue corn flour. To that, we're gonna get 2 teaspoons of baking powder and 1/8 of a teaspoon of sea salt. We're gonna give that a quick little whisk just to combine all our dry ingredients together. We're gonna add some milk. Let's see how much. Right now I'm adding a cup of milk to that. And 1 whole organic egg. Now we're gonna just whisk all that until it's combined. We might need to add a little bit more milk. Yep, it's a little bit thick for my liking. So we'll add, let's see. We'll add a little bit more, 1/4 of a cup at a time. Actually, that's perfect now. So 1 1/4 cups of whole milk. I like using whole milk. You can use 2% if you want. I tend to stay away from like oat milk and things like that because they have like a lot of gurs and gums in them and stuff. And it just messes with the texture of your pancakes. So stick with whole milk if you can, or if you're lactose free, just use lactose free milk. And to that, we're actually gonna add some blueberries too. I think for what we have here, we'll use almost all these. Now I did wash these, in case you were wondering. They have been cleaned. We'll use half, because I think I might make a little like blueberry sauce with the rest of these to pour on top. Oh, and our zest from earlier. For this amount of batter, we'll use about a tablespoon of lemon zest. And now that our blueberries and zest are in there, we're just gonna use a big spoon just to combine them. I don't wanna whisk them again because I don't want the whisk to destroy the blueberries and have that blueberry juice go into my pancake batter. Take a look, that's what we're looking for. All right, so these are the blueberries that we set aside from earlier. We just have them in a small saute pan over, let's see, over a medium heat. And to that, I'm gonna add a little less than 1/4 cup of organic sugar. Now, typically I would use a little bit of white wine at this point, but I forgot to get white wine at the store. So I'm using right here one of these like half and half twisted teas I found in my fridge. I am not sponsored by them or affiliated with them in any way. Now I added, I want to say 1/4 cup of that tea. And we're just going to cook this on medium heat until our blueberries pop open and get all saucy. Probably take about 8 minutes of simmering. All right, now we're going to make the pancakes. So our pan should be pretty hot. I'm going to add a generous amount of butter. Probably like a good tablespoon. I like using a lot of butter when I'm making my pancakes because it just makes them taste that much better. Give it a little swirly swirl in the pan. It might seem like a lot of butter, but I don't care. I like using a lot of butter. So, all right, now that our butter's all melted, we're gonna add our pancake batter. We're gonna get a nice, generous scoop. We'll make a decent sized pancake. Oh, we got a little baby pancake. We're gonna turn our heat up to a medium flame. All right, so now we're gonna give it a little flip. All right, so now that our pancakes are all done, so I like to put more butter. I know I used a lot of butter while cooking them, but I really love butter a lot. Probably a little too much. Anyways, that's fine. So I'm gonna put more butter on top of this. All right, so our butter's on there. Now we're gonna get our lemon curd that we made earlier. This has been sitting in the fridge and cooling down. And we're gonna drown this pancake in this lemon curd. And then we're gonna go get our blueberry sauce. Oh yeah. All on it. And if there wasn't enough sugar already, we're gonna put some more sugar on it now. All right, now the moment that I've been waiting all day for. Let's go. That is so good. Oh my gosh. That tastes like heaven in my mouth. Wow. I'm gonna take one more bite. That's amazing. Super easy to make. And a little New Mexican flair with the blue corn pancake. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you next time. Let's go.